Good morning, everybody. Welcome to A Dairyman's Diary. I am, as always, your humble host, Frank. Welcome along. We are spreading the brown stuff this morning. We're out with the vulture in one of the silage fields here, putting a bit of slurry down onto the grassland, just so it can get a good kick on. We're going to be putting some, or hopefully getting some hay off this field. So we need to really kind of get this spread. We should have plenty of slurry left in the lagoon to finish this field off and maybe a little bit more. So we'll see how we go. But we are kicking on. We've got a busy day ahead today actually. We're going to finish this up. We're then going to have a look around the yard because there's been a few things changed actually since we were last there. Some things that may be of interest to you all. And then we're going to go and take out the international. I think we might go for the international today and start some mowing for some silage bales. So we'll get that done as well. So we've got lots to do. It's going to be interesting. Should be interesting at least. We've got a lot of developments coming. But yeah, first of all, we just need to get this down. It's nice and dry today. Not due any rain for the foreseeable, which means this slurry should have a bit of time to absorb and soak into the ground. And then the grassland will be able to kick right on. So that's perfect for us, really. It's exactly what we need. Sun is shining, it's lovely. I think we're actually in summer now. I think summer solstice has been and gone, so it's a perfect time of year. One of my favourite times of the year as it goes. And as you can see there, we are still pushing on. We've got a little bit of slurry left in here actually. Not a great deal, but we'll get there. So how are you all? I hope you're all doing very well. It's been a little while since we last spoke actually. I had a little bit of time away. So I apologise for that, but thank you for coming back and tuning in to myself here on Meadow Grove Farm. And that is me empty. So we'll swing back up to the yard here and then we'll get this, we'll start again, we'll refill. Time to refill and then we'll get this field finished. I've already done the field over the hedge line there, that has been covered this morning. So there's a nice pungent smell in the air, I think it's best to say. But as you can see, it's a beautiful day out here, really stunning. So what we'll do is we'll just drive straight in. We've got the international still purring away there, stirring everything up. Alright, so as that is filling itself up there, we are going to go for a wander. And let's see what we can see what's new around the yard. As I mentioned in the last one, we are doing a little bit of upgrading, we're developing a few things, so there's been a few more developments made. One of which is the contractor came back in and put the walls up here now. So you may recall this was all an empty space, with only like a low wall along the back there. But now I'm happy to report we've got a building, we've got walls on either side, and we've even got the electrician to come in and put some lights on the roof, so that's good. All we're missing now is a door, and maybe another, I think we're going to have a wall coming up to about here, and then this will be a door, so we can get that on, and then we'll start to equip the insides. We need to get rid of the weeds here actually, they're still growing through. But yeah, then we're going to put some benches along the side here and along the back so we can use this as a workshop and still keep plenty of space for us to park our important equipment in here. So that's all exciting, it's looking very good, nice little change there. Now we had to rip out a lot of things in there, which explains what's going on over here. We have just all of we're waiting for the scrap man to come. These are just going to get sent away. So these are all the gates and the hurdles from inside there that was keeping all of that kind of in shape. So we need to change that around, but that's going to be interesting. And as you can see over here, we've got a hole in the fence. This is ultimately we're going to be bringing in a new milking parlour. So there's going to be an extension coming into here, which is going to go along up here. Plans are still being drawn out for that, but at the time being here, we've just kicked out and extended the yard a little bit. This is going to get resurfaced, and we need to do a little bit more leveling work, which is why the excavator is still here. Obviously, this doesn't belong to me. This is a contractor who lives nearby that we've brought in to do a little bit of work for us and get cracking. So he's done a lovely job of just kind of scraping the ground out, leveling it all out, and then they carted all of the topsoil away. And then yeah, we'll just have to kind of level the ground off. There's probably about best part of a foot we're going to have to take off here, I would suggest, and level all the way through. But they'll get that done sooner rather than later, I'm sure. And then yeah, I'll be looking forward to see how that looks when it's ends. I did put a fence up here. I hate fencing. Fencing is really not something I enjoy doing, but we got the fence up anyway, just to kind of kick the cattle back whilst we're working on this. I'm in two minds. At the moment we might just leave the fence, but we might at a later date put some more girders in and put some more of these concrete slabs up, just to kind of just to give an actual proper perimeter to the yard, really. But that's where we stand at the moment. We might see how that looks in the coming days. But next job is for the scrap man to come along and take away all that junk railings, really. So today as well, what we also need to look at doing at some point today is removing this muck. We really need to get this lot cleared out. There's a lot of muck lying around in there. The weeds still haven't died off since I sprayed them off there, so I have to look into that one again. But yeah, there's a bunch of deer on here. Left the tractor running, look at that. That's better. I had a few people asking in previous videos why I don't take the loader off when I'm not using it. Simple answer to that is the loader gets used at least twice a day, to be honest. At least twice a day to feed up and bed down the cattle. And then at other times as well for moving things around the yard, loading fertilizer up, whatever it may be. So it's just not worth taking it off, particularly when I have two other tractors floating around here. Okay, so that voucher should be pretty full, so we'll jump on down. There we go. And yeah, we'll get this load spread and let's see how much we've got left in the lagoon actually. Oh, we've got about just under one more tank load after this, so we should get our field done we're in now, and then perhaps even one more. We'll see. What we also need to do is get some fuel brought up to site here. At the moment, we don't have a fuel tank up here because this was never my main yard. Frank, let's just pull forward and try that again. I'm getting a bit too close to the gate posts. As this was never my main yard, it never had a diesel tank up here, so we need to buy a diesel tank somewhere and bring it up onto site, I think. Where am I going? Just go straight down there. Excellent. That's better. We'll straighten ourselves up. And although we are actually aiming to go back into that field on our left there. Perfect stuff. Lovely jubbly. So as we crack on with this, you can see this field's not the biggest. It's an awkward little shaped field, but it's handy actually. It's nice just to keep the grass fields close by. Alright, let's just get going. I think I got up to here somewhere. Looks like that's where we made it. So yeah, I would like to take the opportunity just to welcome along all of you lovely new subscribers. Thank you ever so much for joining the family here, and I hope you do enjoy your stay. And as always, as I always like to do, the regular listeners and viewers will know that we like to kind of get to know where everyone's from. So if you are listening to this and you are a new subscriber, then do please down below drop us a little comment. Let us know where you're watching from, what you do, and kind of what you're doing there. If you're on FS yourself, where we're playing. So do let me know down below, and of course do let me know where you're watching from. At some point I'm trying to figure out some cool way of mapping it all out, and I might do something special there. So do keep an eye out for that one. So all being well, we will be looking to come back into here. It's now late June really. We'd be looking to come back in here and make some hay, perhaps August. If we can get a good sufficient growth through June, July, then we'll try and come back in, cut a good crop of hay off here in August, really. So that's the plan, at least. We'll see if that can come to fruition. We always hope so, at least. Once we get this done, once we get the silage bales baled, then we have to turn our attention to the cereal crops, because they're going to need a little bit of a kick. Shouldn't be too far off ready. We'll have to get the combine up and working as well. That old girl hasn't been fired up too often, so yeah, we'll have to stir these spider webs in there and yeah, just get it fired over. But maybe we can do that later on in the week. And we are done, so we're going to go head off to field 42. And what have we got left in the tank? Oh, about half. Lovely. Perfect, so we are going to just jump off into 42 and we'll get this one wrapped up, and then I think we'll head back and look at tasking ourselves with some of the muck in the cattle shed. Alrighty then folks, we were just getting ourselves all set up to finish up here. We've got the muck forks on, got the trailer already. We were going to use the John Deere to do both. We're going to have to now as well because the International is hooked up to the mower. We're going to be going out with that in just a second, well in a couple of minutes, but then we got a call from the mechanics down at the local dealer who are servicing up the silage, or the round baler for us, so we need to go and collect that. Apparently it's ready to go, so they want to offer their forecourt, so we'll go and move it, but we just need to disconnect the Abbey tanker here first. A little bit of a cramped space here, so we'll, without hitting my own trailer, we'll swing up into one of the pits here and we'll just get this nudged into there, I think. Should be the best way forward. We still have yet to look at the silage pit walls there. That's the next task, but we're unsure about that at the moment, so we will wait for someone to come out and give us a few quotes on what to do there. Straighten up a little bit more. That's perfect. We didn't quite get that field finished. We were a little bit short in the end, but we can make do with that. Excellent. There we go. That's all the pipes disconnected. Awesome. So now we're going to just zip on down to the dealership where we'll pick up the baler, bring that back and just put it back into the shed here out of the way. So we'll see you down the other end. Alrighty folks, here we are, and here is our machine. It's had a few amendments done to it while we had it chucked into the service. So what the guys have gone and done is they've put an additive tank on the front here. So what that'll do is that spreads or applies essentially it's like bacteria, an enzyme that will help the fermentation of the silage, or the grass to turn it into silage. And so it comes through this tank here and is just spread or sprayed onto the swath before it gets picked up. And it's very simple. Other than that, it is looking all good. The old 250 is in great condition here, so I'm very happy with that. We've also got a tow bar on the back, so if we want to, we can, I mean, I don't have a bale wrapper, but in the future if we get a bale wrapper, we can always stick one on the back there. Yeah, at the moment we just get one of our neighbours to come in and do the bale wrapping for us. Get that door shut, and we will zip back on up to the yard here. And once we're up at the yard, it's time to go mowing. Alright then folks, after the excitement of that, we're back into the muck. And we're just about to fill up the first trailer here. We're going to have to, because I need the back weight on here just to give me any kind of balance, really. What am I looking at the front here? We are going to have to put the International quickly back onto the trailer just to finish this up. But then, yeah, once that's done, we'll be away out mowing, so we'll get around there. That scrap's in the worst place possible. It's cutting my turning circle down. But not to worry, we will get this finished up fairly soon, and then we can get back on with the silage mowing, and we will be good to go. So what I will do at this stage, I will leave you to it, and then we will push on here. In the coming days, I think we'll be back with you when we're hopefully going to be looking at finishing up some silage, so that should be quite good. And we'll get some mowing done today, and then leave probably that silage on the ground there to wilt for a best part of another couple of days, really. Oh, this is still a bit tight here. So we'll get that done, and then yeah, we'll come in with the new baler, and I just need to kind of arrange it properly so it's in line with when my neighbour could come in and wrap the silage bales for us. So with that in mind, we will call it a day here. Thank you ever so much for watching, as always. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode of A Dairyman's Diary. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you are new to the family, and of course, comment down below with where you're watching from and what your what you're currently doing on Farming Simulator as well, and I will endeavour to look through all of those and reply where I can. So thank you ever so much for watching, as always. I have been Frank, your humble host, and I will be back with you later on in the week. So until then, do enjoy what you're doing, stay safe as always, but most importantly, happy farming.